Welcome back to I Think I Like Cars, and today we're gonna be changing the rear brake pads on a Scirocco 2-liter TSI 2011. So this works for Golf GTI, mk6, and some of the cars. I'll put a list up there. So currently, as you can see, I'm undoing my wheel bolts so I can get my wheel loose before I jack up the car. And I had to go into the car to make sure that my car's handbrake is off, is loose, so that the rear brake can become loose for me to remove it. Alright, so now I'm just currently jacking up my car with my hydraulic jack. It does a great job. I wanted to use jack stands, but there was no space, but I didn't see a need to. So after jacking up the car, now I'm gonna remove those bolts fully so I can remove the wheel. My nice A-line wheel, I like it. Alright, now the wheel is off and you can see my brake disc there and my worn brake pads. I'm not going to be doing my disc right now because I'm still saving some money, and I'm not a mechanic, so I'm just doing this because I'm trying to save some money. So you're going to need a size 15 and size 13 because you need to use both of them while you are undoing those bolts behind that are holding the brake caliper. So I'm going to put, so you can see I put the number 15 inside. So there's two bolts, there's one inside and one outside. You just make sure you hold the 15 still while you move number 13. It was a bit tough because I was doing it anti-clockwise and it should have been clockwise. So yeah, it might take you a bit of time, but trust me, you don't need any other tool. It works. So I cut my finger by mistake as I was busy trying to turn this. So I went to the back to the car to get my first aid kit. As you can see, I'm all good now. Okay, so now I'm just gonna turn this. I'm fast forwarding now. It was a bit tough to get it to come out because I was turning it the wrong way, but once you get the right way, it's cool. So now you can see the bolts are out. I'm just pushing the brake caliper out. You can just wiggle it out. It's very simple. And my old brake pad just fell out, as you can see. And it wasn't that bad, but you know, I'm gonna replace it with the other one. I'll replace my discs next time. You see, it still has some meat on it, so I think the one on the left side was the one making the noise, because when I was braking, it was like ski. I'm saying, and nobody likes that. Okay, cool. So as you can see, I'm gonna clean a bit on this brake caliper pins or carriages, you know, these things that hold the brake caliper together. So I'm gonna get a wire brush first so I can remove a bit of the rust. You know, I'm gonna even also do it on the brake caliper, but not on the plastic, on the drum. I do that, I mean on the piston. So once I'm done with that, I'm gonna use a brake cleaner. Just a brake cleaner spray that I got from a shop. All the links for all the products that I've used will be in the description below. These are cheap products, man. So these are the cheap brake pads you're gonna use. The link for them will be in the description below. So this is the set that I needed to go buy so I can be able to push the piston, I mean the brake piston back, so I can be able to refit the brake caliper back onto the disc. You'll see what I mean. So now I'm using this tool so I can push that piston back so that I can be able to fit the disc, I mean the disc and the brake pads together, because currently that right, so you just take that tool and then you just start spinning it clockwise. Once you spin it clockwise, then that piston will go back. You'll see as I spin, the piston will be going back. Now I can just put my new brake pads easily without having to squeeze them in. Now I'm removing the tool. As you can see, my brake piston is way back now. Now this is the grease that came with the brake pads. So I'm gonna apply them on the contact parts of the brake pads, mostly there by the clips. So these are the brake pads, very small ones. So I'm just gonna take the grease, as you can see. Of course, you gotta get gloves for this. I mean, I didn't have gloves, man. As I said, I'm not a mechanic. I'm just somebody who's trying to fix that car cheaper by watching YouTube videos. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna put those grease there where there's metal, mostly on the corners. You know, I'll put a diagram where you should put them. And once I've put them, you can also put them at the back of the brake pad. Not on the brake pad itself, but the back side. You see where I'm putting it now with my finger? Yep. Then you're gonna place that on top of the Then you're gonna place that on the brake caliper carriage. I think it's called the carriage, yeah. Then you put it there. You see now it's sitting and it's chilling. I'm gonna do the same with the other one. Don't mind those slips, just make sure they are let's say in the middle. Okay, so now I did the same with the previous one, and now I'm just wiggling the brake caliper back, and it's very simple once you push the piston back. If you didn't, it's gonna be very hard and might be not even impossible. Now my brake pad is chilling cool, and I'm still wiggling this brake caliper in, but now it's good. I'm putting back my screws the same way that I took them out. I put them back the same way in. It's actually quicker to put them back in, but just make sure, but just be careful, since now you're pulling back, you might pat yourself in the face like I did a couple of times. But yeah, now we're good. Our brakes are in, they're looking good. Next time I'm gonna be spraying this brake calipers yellow. Alright, now you can see it's good. I won't be using a torque wrench here because I can't fit a torque wrench here, you know. So yeah, we'll just use the muscle wrench. Let's go. I'm pushing it there with my injured fingers. Okay, now I'm putting the wheel back. Just like that, we're done. I'm putting the wheel back, and I'm gonna just, of course, use my spanner that came. Well, this is the aftermarket wheel, so I'm gonna use that. Check down the car, make sure the wheel bolts are tight. And now I'm gonna pick up, of course, gotta pick up and go to the. Yeah, so now I'm gonna go pop my bonnet, and then I'm gonna go check the brake fluid, open it so that I can pump the brakes. So just go into the car and just pump the brakes, just step on them. You can search online for a better method. I'm not really a pro of bleeding the brakes, but yeah, I stepped on it, and after that my car was looking dope, and she's looking super sexy, man. Check you guys on the next one. Please subscribe if you liked it.